This episode is brought to you by the Old Dominion Athletic Foundation. Because of you, we create winners in the classroom, in athletic competition, and in life. Become a member today.
Yeah.
What's up, Monarch fans? Welcome to the Hudson Homers podcast. We're coming to you from a victory Sunday, recording a day early after the second walk-off win of the week and a series win. CB, how's it going?
It's good. I usually have time to get my voice back from yelling, and I don't feel as I feel extremely sunburned from actually having sun today. But yeah, we're great, man. That was the second walk off of the week. That's 4 walk offs in our last 9 home games.
It's pretty solid.
We didn't have one all last season. Now 4 in the last 9 home games, and we won 7 of those 9 games. So that's, for a team that's been inconsistent and been struggling all year, this is what you want to do, is win some games and show the grit. We've had to come from behind in pretty much every one of those too. It's not like we've been tied. I mean, I think almost all of them have been, we were behind and had to then win.
Yeah, and today is definitely no different. We were down 4-1 at one point, made it 4-2, and honestly, it was looking a little bleak there in the later innings. But then just get some magic there in the ninth inning. You get a guy on, and Scotty Young comes through for his second walk-off of the week. Can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, that's, like you said, that's just magic. That's, when you and Maddox Jack, who had not had a win in Kaiser's first year, and after being hurt last year, hadn't had a win, and now he got 2 this week in the same. That thing didn't even last 2 minutes. That's crazy.
Oh man, the underbetters who cleaned house today. We're at 2 minutes on the timestamp, and the curtain's falling.
That barely lasted. Yeah, but yeah. So for Maddox, I mean, again, just the weirdness of baseball, that you don't have a win in your career. Again, not a very short career. Not like he's had a lot of opportunities. But you only had one other decision, but it gets 2 this week, in both of them walk-offs by Scott. Scotty Young is going to eat for free at the Jack household for the rest of his life. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think so. And this is the first conference series that I have not been able to get down there for at least one game. And then, of course, naturally, that's the Sun Belt series that go and win. But have no fear. CB was there getting all the great shots today. I don't know how far that went,
I mean, as we know, he's a expressive guy. He's a fun guy, and he's great for some walk-off shots. I mean, he has a good time. He's out there. I told him the other day he's aura farming. He's out there to really make sure everybody knows how cool he is and how much fun he's having. Like, it's great.
I mean, there's never any doubt. Always high energy, always super positive guy. So for him to get the 2 walk-offs this week in his final season of playing collegiate baseball too, I think that's big. And we talked to him earlier this year. He's like, I just want to go out and have fun. I want to play baseball. Yeah. And it took a little while to get there, but he is definitely doing that now. And to have 2 photos walking off the field covered in water from the Gatorade cooler, you've done something right.
Well, a lot of guys run. He's the guy that just stops and says, "Hit me with that water." He's like, I deserve it. I got it. Yeah, this one actually ended up in the newspaper the other day, apparently.
Yeah, Virginia Pilot, which is
is
cool. I think it got accredited to ODU Athletics and not CB Wilkins, but that's okay.
We're not gonna have the whole thing about how nobody ever credits it. You see a bazillion pictures a day, and nobody ever knows what photographer took it, because nobody cares, because they only care about the subject. So I never worry about it. I know our guys, Aaron and Mike and the Monarchist and you, all care, which is nice. But again, it's one of those battles. It's like, man, whatever. It's like, it's cool. That's a picture of Scotty doing a cool thing. That's what matters in the picture.
It is. And I'm pumped for Scotty. I shot him an Instagram message the other day after VCU. I guess old heads still care about beating VCU. I know that really isn't a rivalry anymore, especially for the younger crew, but to get the season sweep of VCU in the way we did was pretty awesome too. We didn't walk them off, obviously, because we're on the road in Richmond, but the ninth inning come back to go ahead.
Pretty close. Yeah.
Walk them off this week. That just felt good, but really, really important win today. When we were down 4-1 and body language on the field wasn't super great, I was like, oh no, if we lose this one, I mean, it's going to be tough to get in the tournament. And now I think we were doing some calculations, still some games to go, but kind of sitting in that 7th, 8th spot with a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah, I think coming into today, we were like down in 11, like tied for 11th. And then you see how bunched up it is. You end up, I think we're currently tied for 7th, but with Arkansas State, who we beat, with Marshall, who beat us in our series. So I'm not again, if it was last weekend, we might try to figure all this out because we still have 2 more weeks. We'll worry about that. But just to point out, I mean, and let me see, I pull it up in front of me. You're talking about there's only a few games between anybody. It's such a bunch that you win some games. I mean, yeah, but they're still only 2 games away from being in like 5th place. I mean, it's very tight. It doesn't take much. You got 6 more games. You go out and you can win a series or 2. Hopefully, win both of them. You put yourself in a good spot. I mean, again, getting there is great. Getting out of that first game, single elimination, is even better.
Yeah, and we still have a chance to do that. It's getting longer, I think, as the day goes on here. But sitting at 11-13, if you can find a way to win 4 more games, you're 15-15 and probably right on the borderline of 6-7. Get in another episode here, and that's big. I think if we lose today, we're on the outside of 10 looking in, and a tough road ahead with 3 at Coastal and 3 at home against a rival JMU.
And that's the thing is, I mean, Coastal, obviously, they lost a game today. They've been losing a few games in some of their series here. They're not like totally unbeatable, but they're an extremely good baseball team, and you're going to go on the road to their place. It's going to be a tough series. So, yeah, if you lost today and you're sitting there outside of it, got to go play one of the best teams in the country at their place for a whole weekend, you're really asking a lot of yourselves. And like I said, we keep, you keep getting to the point where it's like we're hoping for the team to do things they haven't done all year, which is like right now, I don't think we've won a road series. So we want that next weekend, but it's also like we haven't done that. Now, again, you don't do it till you do it. So go do it.
Yeah, they were 2 outs away from it, though, at Georgia State.
Right.
So it's obviously better to play the last couple of weeks, and it's leading to some good results of what we can do in the postseason. But
yeah, I saw, speaking of Georgia State, I saw Jason Hartline, who of course we remember as the great lefty from Greenbrier Christian, holds the record for appearances for a career for Old Dominion. He was at the game today. He was here for the alumni weekend that kind of got a little messed up. But he told me he was at that game last Sunday because he said they always give him a hard time about being bad luck. He's like, he was at the game. It's right. He lives in Atlanta, so he was right at that game at Georgia State on Sunday. He's like, oh, that was.
Oh, yeah, poor Jason. That's not going to knock that moniker off.
I think he had to leave early today, so I will next time I see him give him a hard time about the fact that they didn't win until after he was gone.
Gotta keep him out of there just watching the ESPN Plus feed. Coach Finwood's not joining us today. Obviously, he's just wrapping up from the ballpark. He has plenty of other things before they have a midweek this week. But we're gonna have a couple guys stop by here throughout the episode, so stay tuned for all of that. But want to kind of flash us back a little bit here to the VCU game, just because that was looking like some of our midweeks that we've had against some other teams where we're down 4-0 and we kind of look dead, and we get 2 there in the 4th. And I feel like that changed the momentum in a pretty big way for us early on in that game.
Yeah, again, we've had too many games where we've gotten down. But this whole week, I mean, you think about what they gave up 6 in the midweek, which is very impressive for a midweek game.
Yeah.
Gave up none in the first game Friday. Gave up 6, was it, in the second game?
6 in the second game,
and then 4 in that game. So that's a very good. Math is hard, but that's what 10. 16 runs in 4 games. I mean, it's like a 4 ERA.
Runs a game. Yeah, that's not bad.
Something like that. I mean, that's pretty great. We if you had a 4 ERA for the season, we'd probably have a much better record. So that's showing things are moving in the right direction. I mean, for the weekend, it was like a 3.33 ERA, I think. So 10 runs in 3 games and a shutout involved. So yeah, things are, it's too much of getting behind early and having to fight back. I mean, that wears you out, but at least they're getting used to doing it. Yeah, they're not dragging their heads. They're not putting their head down like, oh, there's no shot. Now they are coming back and saying, hey, we got this. There's a lot more situational hitting, a lot more refusing to lose, a lot less trying to hit it over the fence, especially this week because it was cold. It wasn't going over the fence.
Yeah, cold, windy, had all kinds of things this weekend to keep the ball in the ballpark for the most part. And yeah, I mean, I think also just defensively, we played a little bit better too.
Yeah.
I was just looking through.
Well,
We didn't
Nick
really
Felton
have.
in center field will do that.
I think we finally put it out of,
Whew.
2/3 of the earth is covered by water and the other third is covered by Nick Felton because it's accurate. Number 3 on SportsCenter's top 10 plays on Friday night and Saturday morning. Very well deserved there. I mean, I don't know how he
that
got to that ball.
day, he had that amazing catch, which was by the angle you can't tell because I wasn't there either. But that's a lot deeper in center field than you realize. He was out there pretty much on the warning track, in right center. And then TJ made a great play. I think it was in the beginning of the second game. And then that was about like the first or second inning, and they were coming in from the outfield, and Scotty runs by me. He's like, "Now I got to make a great one." And then he goes out, they go hit, and it goes out the field, and then he makes a great catch. So it was like a lot of really good defense, and again, we were strong around the infield. Tyler Dallas had a couple of phenomenal plays. He had that one leaping grab he got, and then he had another one that was just like that one where I just happened to get lucky. I was already looking at Tyler because I kind of figured maybe the guy might hit the ball at him. And so he made this nice leaping catch. And he had one like an inning or two later that was like a screamer. He was able to just kind of catch at himself and easy play after that. So yeah, I mean,
he's been so good at third base defensively since he came in there. And like, you're just seeing the defense start to step up. Like Will and Mav look really good up the middle. Just looking like a much better ball club over the last couple of weeks. And then I think it paid off in a big way this weekend. And then Friday in that first game, we got the appearance of the year from Darren Cuskey. 6 innings pitched, no runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, 11 strikeouts, 90 pitches for Darren Cuskey. Easily his best outing of the year. And Ben Tanton came right behind him, slammed the door, and then shut him out.
Yeah, I think they said that's the most strikeouts the team has had in a game since like last March at Norfolk State. We had like 17, so that was 15. That was one I had to watch that. I was working for sure, but it was on the phone there at work while I was in front of me doing my emails or whatever. I mean that was nasty. That's the Cuskey that frankly I think we thought we were going to get all year. I mean, back in the fall, that's kind of how he looked. There were a lot of scouts were following him. It's still the kind of thing somebody might, if he pitches like this through the end of the year, it still might be a scout that's like, hey, I like him. Maybe now we can get him out of the bargain. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, a couple more solid outings for him. And I mean, I think the big test for him will be Friday down at Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, for sure.
Playing one of the best teams in the country. If he can go replicate that, he's going to pop back up on everyone's radar pretty quickly. But
which is funny because I was pointing out to you that if you look at Coastal's numbers, they aren't super impressed. Like they're hitting, it was now 270 the team actually went up a little bit. But like 270 the team, their ERA was a little higher. I mean, they have a couple of guys having like solid years. Actually, 2 of their better hitters only have like half as many at bats. I don't know if they were hurt or they worked their way into it, but like they're not like a team where you look at it like, man, these guys, this is murderer's row. Every single guy in this lineup is hitting 350 with 10 home runs. Like I think it's just a case of what we saw when we played them last year. They get hit by pitches, they grind, they go out and they fight. They're just a good team. So with Cuskey, his big thing is, and he did it on Friday, just don't walk, guys. Don't beat yourself.
Mm-hmm. And even when he had cut back on his walks towards the middle of the year, he was getting hit a ton. I mean, giving up 7, 8, 9 hits an outing. And I think he's found the happy medium there. Coastal's dealt with a lot of injuries this season. I think Cameron Fluke pitched for them today, and they lost to Georgia Southern. But I think that was either the first or maybe the second time Fluke's pitched since his injury. So I think they're going to get better, at least from a pitching perspective. But they play like a team that doesn't have the best talent in the Sun Belt, even though they do have the best talent. But they crowd the play, they get hit by the pitch, they do all the dirty work stuff too, and that's why they made the College World Series final last year, because they do all the things and they have the talent to back it up.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're a great example of like just fight, just refuse to lose. I'm having trouble right now finding the number of hit by pitches. I know they have 112, which sounds like a crazy amount.
It's a lot. They were up there last year too.
That's bananas. Where are we at? I feel like we've been hit a fair amount. We're at 75, and I feel like we've been hit plenty. So just to tell you, they're racking up 30 more than we have, 40 more than we have. Yeah. That's their thing. Cool. And then they said I did not enjoy their fans last year. I'm glad that, frankly, they'll be on the road. They were complaining about getting hit by pitches. Like, man, you guys are leading the entire country in getting hit by pitches. Like, you think it might be you and not us? Like y'all do to me it was like, are y'all doing this every week? You're out here every week like complaining about this? Yeah, well, 112, right? Depending on what happened this weekend, they would be leading the country with 112.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of their approach. They stand right on top of the plate and force you to throw strikes to throw it away, one of the two. And we just didn't. We want to throw inside on them, and if a breaking ball cuts too much, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But Ben Tanton,
and then yeah, there you go. You're right. Well, I was gonna say, go for it.
I was the baby-faced assassin, as you have dubbed him, and that caught on with someone on social media.
Yeah.
But 3 innings save, no runs, no hits, 1 walk, 4.
I caught on with his dad is who it caught on with. all the dads like that one. There were some other folks too, but that was
Well, if I felt like leaning into some AI, I'm sure I could, implement the little baby sticking the gun out of the crib like you described last week.
Shooting like a baseball out would be,
Yeah, someone I think is managing his social media, because I was getting a tweet from him while I was watching him pitch on TV. And for a second, I thought ESPN Plus had betrayed me with a long delay again, but no, it's somebody else is on there.
Yeah,
but just really a perfect game for us on that first game on Friday. I mean, you got 7 runs on the board by the end of the third. It's 7-0. Tanton just eat the final 3 innings there. You don't burn any arms, and you get a shutout.
Yeah.
Game 2.
And I saw some people arguing that, like, well, why are you throwing Tanton in that game when you're already up by that much? And it's like, I guess it's a fair argument, but what you just said makes the most sense, right? It's like you need those last 3 innings to get eaten, right? Put Ben out there. You know he's going to do it. You know he's going to win. Okay. Then we got our other arms available. He's been kind of throwing consistently on Fridays. He's still a freshman. I mean, we forget that because he's been so good, but like, let him have that routine. Let him go out and dominate, and we take the first game of a series, which we need. We need to win the series. We need to win the games. So I think there's an argument for, you throw somebody else out there, and but we saw last weekend how hard it is to get 2 outs without giving up 5 runs.
Yes,
so
with one of your better pitchers too.
Yeah, right. So sometimes like, hey, who looked dominant again today, right? So sometimes it's just go out and get the win.
And any of those arguments were a moot point after game 2 because we did not score. So you could have brought Justin Verlander back out, and we might still be playing that game, but it's not like, we lost like an 11-9 game or something like that. It was 6-0 in game 2. The guys just look kind of beat. They look like they didn't have any energy left, especially towards the second half of that game. And, give Arkansas State credit. I mean, their pitching staff was fantastic in that second game. Tyler Weimer, 5 1/3, no runs, 2 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts. I mean, just kind of filled the zone up a lot with strikes. And if we were making contact, it was right at somebody.
Yeah, their guys looked pretty good all weekend. I mean, we just didn't in that game, because that was why I was able to get to the ballpark for that game. A lot of hitting it right at guys. It was a very cold. I mean, it got cold again. It was warmer today, but the ball's not going anywhere. Cold and windy, and again, just some bad luck maybe, but also maybe not having the most competitive at bats.
Yeah, because I didn't think the pitching staff did that poorly. I mean, JJ Gaddy went 4 2/3, only allowed 2 runs. I mean, I'll take that on a Saturday start all day. Jason's a little bit rocky, letting 2 runs in, but for the most part, we were fine as a pitching staff the whole weekend.
Yeah, and Chris Cavalcante looked very nice at the end of the game.
Dude, he's got a bright future ahead of him.
I tell you, he's one of those guys that gets you excited every time you see him. It's like, man, if you can just lock in and really, hopefully whatever, if I doubt he's going to go throw this summer, but if he's going to go work out and get bigger and stronger and work on his pitches, I mean, you could really see a guy that's got a lot of room. Talk about a perfect pitcher body too. The guy's like 6'7" or whatever, 6'6". I don't know what he is. He's too big for shoes. I know that. He's
wingspan's insane.
I bet he could do like a 360 dunk on somebody. Frankly, the basketball team should be trying to get him. I don't know. Kid is, he looks good. That ball is already like touching home plate as he lets go of it.
Yeah, it's not coming from 60 feet 6 inches. I'll tell you that. It's much, much closer and right on top of your head as he's delivering it. So, and Tyler Stott came in, he got 2 outs as well. I was glad to see him get another shot after last weekend, just to kind of maybe just get that bad taste out your mouth from last week and kind of go back to the happier times of the weekend before. But obviously not a good one. And that made today's game all the more important. And we got it done today. I mean, off the jump, it was in good shape.
Yeah, and Okonkwo, he gave up 3 runs, only 1 was earned. So again, not like last week where he threw 3 scoreless twice, and Bailey gave up 1 run in 2 1/3. But then Sulpizio came in and looked outstanding. 3 scoreless innings. Maddox Jack came in again, earned that victory because he looked really good at the end when Nick just maybe ran out of gas a little bit. And yeah, the pitching was good. I mean, again, you give up 4 runs in a game, like you should win that game. In a college game, especially, you give up 4 runs, you should win that game. So I'm glad that we worked that out at the end to make that happen. Big hits. Yeah, Brody Connors had a great day playing second base. He 2 for 4, had a big hit there at the end. I think his run was the one that TJ drove in to tie it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's when Cole McKenna came in to run for him. TJ, again, he's been discussed. So it's not. I was talking to him right after. I was like, "Hey, man, just having fun, right?" He's like, "Yeah." It's like, just see the ball, hit the ball, be athletic. He's like, "I said, it took me a minute." TJ be the first one to tell you he's a little slow sometimes. He forgets sometimes, so it's hard. It's hard in the moment to remember, like just being an athlete.
He plays with more emotion than you sometimes see, especially if you're just watching the TV broadcast. Like he cares a lot about. He
really does.
About how he plays. But all right, you want to hit players of the week real quick?
Sure. Unless we have somebody waiting. Is no anybody waiting?
Or... Brody's actually on. Is on
stage
right now.
Do it after let's do it after the fact. Let's not keep the guys waiting. They got stuff to do.
All right, awesome. Well, we will bring Brody on here in just 1 second. Brody, welcome to the show.
Hey, how we doing?
Brody.
How y'all doing?
What's up? Look at repping California in the back. We love it. There we go.
Yep.
Were you forced to put that up today by Scotty or what's the deal?
No, I've had this thing up, but I think he'd appreciate it. Him and Zach.
Yeah.
Let's say we got a lot of California guys. It's kind of great.
We all grew up in like a 20-minute circle, and I didn't know either of them, which is hilarious.
Yeah, a little older. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
That is pretty awesome. Well, have you recovered your voice a little bit? I'm sure you were yelling in the dugout at the end of the game today.
I'm trying. You heard me cough. There it is.
Yeah.
A little bit. I was a little fired up.
Yeah.
But...
No, me too. I told him the same thing. I usually have a day before we do this. I can recover a little bit.
100%. No, yeah, that was a fun game.
Yeah, you definitely played a big part in the win today, getting the start today at second and going 2 for 4. I guess, when did you find out you were starting today, and how were you feeling leading up to the game?
I walked down to the field, and Mav's been unbelievable as of recently. His glove's amazing. I was really confused for a bit. But yeah, I was super stoked and had a lot of fun doing it. That was kind of what I was trying to do, is try to have as much fun and then see how I could, help and contribute today.
Yeah, I have to imagine, this is your second year here. Few less at bats this year, but you've been a lot more productive actually this year with the at bats you've had.
Yeah.
As a guy who in high school you're probably playing every single day, I have to imagine. How has that been, trying to adjust to not always being in there, never really knowing when you're going to get, sometimes going weeks without getting a chance? How have you made that adjustment? I
mean, first of all, it's not a lot of fun. It's not a lot of fun at first.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
Honestly, it's just being ready, trusting your process, kind of what you're doing every day, and just kind of being a good teammate. Being a good teammate always is. If you can help some people, you end up helping yourself at some point. So yeah, and then just working every day, been getting stronger. So that's been a big thing. Just trying to be ready every chance I get.
Well, definitely.
Yeah, as I say, you always seem like a great teammate. You seem like you're always involved. I've never once seen you sitting around looking like, wow, Brody looks like he's feeling sorry for himself.
Yeah,
that's how you stay ready too.
Yeah, there's that, and when I did a little bit as a freshman, just because I was not really early on. I was just oh my god, this what am I doing? But
you're on the other side of the country too. Yeah.
Yeah, that too. That was a big adjustment. But at the end of the day, it's just, if I want to give more than I take, and if I can help someone else, that I'm contributing to the cause of the team. If I can help someone out, or I can kind of talk to some guys through some stuff, and that's always a way that you can kind of stay involved.
Yeah, seeing the game from a little bit different perspective.
Yeah, definitely.
Not getting locked in too much on the actual play on the field.
Yeah, definitely. You can also see a bunch of stuff that you can't see when you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what are some examples of that?
Just say like when runners are like rounding bases, like back pick opportunities, just stuff that you can kind of see, and then like picking up pitchers like patterns and stuff like that. Sometimes when I'm playing, I get a little bit. I don't look at the big picture, but
you're thinking more field the ball. Where's it coming from? Like those kind of things, rather than like what's this runner behind me doing?
Very not one dimensional, but like you kind of this guy throws 91, 92 with the slider. Okay, let's go. But what I'm kind of watching from afar, I can kind of see like, all right, he's throwing this in this count. He's kind of working hitters this way and that way, stuff like that. Yeah. So I think that kind of helped a little bit, especially as a freshman now, kind of just being able to kind of like think about stuff more like as a ball player and react in that way.
Yeah. Well, kind of an unusual schedule for you all this week, playing 2 on the Friday, having the rain out Saturday, then coming back Sunday. What did you do on the off day yesterday? A rare weekend off day.
It was weird. I had like time to do stuff. I woke up, hit in the morning, kind of just laid in bed. I've watched a movie. That was weird.
What'd you watch?
The Gentleman. It's like
okay. Yeah.
It's like with like Matthew McConaughey. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
And then
I think Finney told us about that one time.
Yeah, it's a good movie. And then I went down to Virginia Beach. Me and my girlfriend went down and had dinner.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So you had a nice
got to be a good boyfriend. There you go.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's scored you some points there on the random Saturday off day during the season.
Yes. Oh, yep.
Gotta love that.
Yeah.
So Brody, we haven't had you on the podcast before, so I tell everybody, like you said, you're from California. How in the world do you end up on the other side of the country coming to Old Dominion?
Yeah, it's kind of a long story, but
that was you asking yourself that first month as a freshman.
Yeah,
right?
I had a really weird first couple months as a freshman here, but I committed pretty late. I committed in January of my senior year.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So because I thought I was gonna go somewhere on the West Coast, but then, you guys remember Ryan Feynman?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a California guy, so he's out there a fair bit. So he kind of just he talked to me about all the good stuff that this program had to offer, and it sounded good. Came out here. I like Norfolk a lot compared to what I thought it was going to be. So that was pretty cool. And
what did you think it was going to be? Just curious.
I don't know how to. I don't know what I didn't really have like a mental image. Yeah. I thought it was gonna be a little bit less industrial.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but with the military town around, the area is really cool. Downtown's really fun. Got some good restaurants and stuff down there. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was. I didn't think it was gonna be as. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it as much as I did. So, I ended up committing at breakfast on my last day of my visit. So,
there you go.
Well, that's awesome.
That was fun.
Yeah. Well, I know you all kind of live there close to the ballpark, but who are your housemates this year?
I'm with Hunter Baines, Cole Lanford, and Chris Cavalcante.
Ooh,
okay.
Yeah, I'm the all
I like
pitchers.
that house. Yeah.
But
yeah,
no, you just walk around telling them they're not athletes all day.
Oh, the entire day. The whole time.
I mean, there's two guys in your house that throw 90 plus. That's not a bad spot to be.
No, it's also really cool, especially because I can kind of bounce. Like I just Hunter threw live for the first time the other day, and I faced him. So him and I like talked for like an hour about everything that kind of went on. It was really cool. Kind of getting to bounce ideas off of everything, kind of seeing a different perspective too. So
a little self-scouting there.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hunter looked really good.
Yeah. So I think Finney said he's going to throw on Tuesday. So that'd be pretty.
Yeah,
neat.
we'll see. I mean, he's always so much fun to play behind and watch. When you're playing behind him, you don't really have to do too much.
Hang out.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be a little reality check for Richmond. I mean, playing in the A-10, they played against us a couple times.
That's what I told him.
Buzz 98 the first pitch.
Yeah,
I told him the other day. First guy's going to poop himself.
Yeah, I still remember his first appearance at Georgia Tech. he went like 98, 98, and then like big curveball. Just the guy buckled. I'm like, oh my god, this guy's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean that's almost like a trade deadline acquisition for us as we get near the end of the year, getting ready to go to the Sun Belt tournament. I mean, it's a pretty damn good arm to be adding back.
That's not. Yeah, no, I don't think anyone's gonna complain with him. Him on the bump. He's not. For as much as I faced him, I still haven't figured him out. It's not the fastball is just you guys all see it, but it's his off speed stuff that's so good that gets you just off that fastball. That's just it's 97, 98, and if you're kind of if you've seen a lot of soft stuff during the at bat, which none of this stuff's soft, but
no.
Right.
I mean he's throwing a cutter at like 90 miles an hour. I'm like, it's crazy.
not even fair.
No.
Not even fair.
Oh. But he's a good guy.
Yeah, I love Hunter. I'm a big fan.
Cole's awesome too. He's great to live with. Yes. Chris is awesome too. So I lucked out with my house. Not saying I wouldn't like living with anyone else, but I'm really happy with these guys around.
Who helped Cole pick out his outfit for the Golden Monarch Awards?
I have no idea because I have no idea. I wasn't at the house like before it for like long. I saw him there. I'm like, oh boy, that's about as cold as it gets.
Yeah, and then they give him best dressed on top.
Oh,
of it,
dude, that just made everybody's night. That was hilarious. It was a good time.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah. I'm about to have the picture up, so don't worry here.
There you go. So Brody, you played second today. You played mostly third, a little bit of second too. Mm-hmm. What position do you like playing? But there you go.
Is.
Kiki.
Sorry
from lacrosse. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, and then Cole. Yeah.
The mustache.
Kiki actually has a good. Yeah, the mustache is just.
The mustache is awesome.
Love this kid.
Yeah. It's like he's on the rodeo maniac.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. On the steer team. Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt.
But what position do you like playing best, or do you feel like you're the best at?
I don't really have a preference. It's just kind of playing it a little. You kind of just play it a little different. There's no real like preference. I mean, third base you have less time to think, so that's kind of fun. You kind of let it eat across the diamond. The second, I like second because I have more kind of freedom with how I move to attack the ball. But I don't really have a preference. Third base, I do like the third base, like kind of stuff gets hit really hard at you, so you kind of gotta make do with what you kind of the situation at hand. But
yeah,
I like both of them a lot.
Now I heard you and a couple of our freshmen who are redshirting this year, Cam Tellefson and JJ Hand, you guys are gonna go play for the Winchester Royals in the Valley League in the summer. Uh-huh. Yeah, you're looking forward. I have to imagine, if nothing else, you're looking forward to go up there and hopefully just getting to play a lot.
Yeah, that's kind of the main thing. I kind of being able to play every day should be a nice thing, along with kind of being with people I know. So that always helps. And compared to coming here knowing no one, it'll be cool that I have people around. Plus, I have a couple buddies that live close. Girlfriend's family lives close, so I'll be around people. So. I'll end up seeing Rocky Green. Remember him?
Oh yeah,
a lot.
Is he gonna play there too, or is he?
No, he's like a 45-minute drive away. So
okay, yeah,
we're gonna probably golf a couple times.
Heck yeah, good kid, man. I like Rocky.
He's awesome.
Did he end up playing somewhere this year? Or
no, he had the surgery and he's returning to throw now. He's gonna play at VMI next year.
Oh, good for him. That's a great spot. That's a great spot for guys.
Really stoked for him. I was on the phone with him.
That's really cool.
An hour yesterday catching up.
That's awesome. That's exciting to hear that. Good for him.
For sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. The Valley's such a fun league to play in too, because there's so many of those like old, like small town ballparks that still exist there with like 500 seats, and most people are standing with like coolers at their feet and things like that. It's a cool vibe for a summer league out there.
I'm excited. Yeah, especially because I'm going to go to some of the parts of the country that I've never been.
Yeah, you will see some places that nobody's ever been. That's for sure.
No, I'm excited. I think I didn't play summer ball last year. Coming in at a broken thumb, so I'm excited to kind of experience that now. Kind of kind of a more, not lackadaisical, but like kind of a more relaxed, just going out there, playing baseball, hanging out, no school.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was gonna say no classes is probably a good little relief there too.
Yeah. I was, before I hopped on this, I was getting most of my homework done.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you. I knew that was a thing in the finals right now.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just trying to get all of it done before head out to Conway.
Yeah, because it's finals week and all that fun stuff. But pretty soon you will be free and just be able to play baseball. Like that is on the horizon for you.
Oh yeah, that's what's getting me through it.
Almost there.
Almost there. Can see the light.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Brody, we greatly appreciate your time.
Yes.
Congrats on the win today and getting a couple hits and playing a big part in that comeback win today to win the series. So thanks so much, Brody.
Thanks for having me on. Have a good day, y'all.
Yeah, Brody, appreciate you, man. Take care. Oh, that's all right.
All right.
It's a good kid, man. He's a dog. I didn't get to bring up, but he's 2 for 4 today. He's 4 of his last 6 with a double and 2 RBIs. And 2 runs scored in that time. And he's, he doesn't get a lot of chances, but it's one of those, like, every time, I think last year we talked about it a few times, where it's like every time you see him, you're like, man, there should be a way to get this guy in the game more. And again, it's hard right now. He plays second and third, and you got Zadalis and Stallings, but he should definitely be a pinch hit option. I mean, he's a guy that he's a gamer. He's just one of those guys that when you see him, I think if you got to see him play over the course of like a whole weekend, it's like you'd like him a lot. And he's just who he is.
Yeah, and I said on last week's podcast, I was standing behind the screen watching the guys take batting practice, and Brody Connors was pretty consistently having the hardest hit balls there and hitting them to center, left center gap, right center gap. I mean, really crushing the baseball. So I was glad to see that pay off. And he gets to start today and he steps up in a big way and it pays off. I mean, going 2 for 4 was not an easy thing to do. Sometimes in college baseball with the guys that are throwing out there. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to get back. We're going to talk players of the week. We got another ODU player hopping on potentially, so we may have that, but we'll be back here in just a minute.
The Old Dominion Athletic Foundation, or commonly referred to as the ODAF, was established in 1964 as a nonprofit organization. The mission of the ODAF is to raise financial support for ODU athletics to ensure that our coaches and student athletes have the resources necessary to compete for championships. The ODAF is integral to the success of ODU athletics and is the channel through which our fans and alumni can partner with our coaches and student athletes for the advancement of the athletics program. Through the generous efforts of our donors, loyal fan base, and community, the ODU alumni from around the globe, the ODAF raises money for student athletic scholarship support and endowments, capital projects, program-specific support, and athletic department operations. Funds are raised through annual giving, multi-year pledges, events, premium seating, and planned giving. With questions about how to get involved in one or more of these initiatives, reach out to an ODAF representative. Gifts to the ODAF are investments in the lives of our student athletes. ODAF members receive exclusive benefits such as priority points for postseason and away game seating, parking, VIP, and hospitality experiences, and more. Because of you, we create winners in the classroom, in athletic competition, and in life. Contact the ODAF and become a member today.
All right. Welcome back.
Thanks, Blaine.
Thanks, Blaine, as always. We got a Maddox Jack here in just a minute. But I want to show one thing because I will forget later, and I'm hoping to do this now. But you got potentially my favorite photo that I've ever seen at OD baseball. And you got
that's fun. It's fun. Yeah.
And you didn't notice the bub was in the background at the
first? That's so funny is I was just happy that because I'm kind of looking down the line at an angle where the net really could be a problem. And so I was just happy Scotty was in focus. It's a pretty cool shot of him making a hard catch. And then, you crop it and share it that way. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize the picture of Bud's in the background, made it look even better. I'm just totally focused. It's kind of what I'm focused on the guy. I'm not the artistic photographer. I'm focused on, I want the player doing the thing they're doing so them and their family can enjoy them. It's not about being an artiste or whatever, I think, which some of photographers do that and they're phenomenal at it. I'm not going to, that's just not who I am. But yeah, so it's funny that you did that. You're like, you didn't see that? Like,
I mean,
nope.
it was kind of like a foreshadowing for what was
Cool.
about to occur because he hits the walk-off in this game against VCU, hits the walk-off today. It's all out there on social media, and you feel free to take a look. If you're listening on audio only, hop over to YouTube real quick and check it out. But I just thought it was just the perfect picture, and then for what's transpired, it's even more fitting now.
Yeah.
So, good job, CB.
We appreciate. I like it when I
it.
do cool stuff. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I really enjoy it. I get to go to games and hang out and watch sports and take pictures, and it's a cool thing. I said, a lot of the players, a lot of them appreciate it now, but I was like, I was talking to Garrett Sparr's dad before, Grayson Sparr's dad before the game, and I said, they'll appreciate it more in a few years. Like, parents, everybody, y'all appreciate it now, which is, so it's how it goes. It's cool.
Yeah, they'll have all those for their LinkedIn photos and stuff later on if they're not playing pro ball somewhere.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we want to bring on our second guest of the episode today, Maddox Jack. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we're going to the 3-man front here.
Oh yeah.
Figure out how to. This is too much face.
Keep sliding away. It'll be good.
Slide this back a little bit or something.
Yeah. Well, Maddox, how you feeling after the game today?
Feeling good, man. I'm pretty pumped up after that win. It was a pretty exciting win there. The guys.
Yeah, how you like that? You get 2 walk-offs, giving you two victories on your ledger. That's pretty neat, man.
Oh yeah, I know, man. It's exciting. First 2 career victories of my college career, so it's exciting.
So Scotty Young is gonna eat at the Max house or the Jack house forever, right?
I know, right? I know, right?
Just drop in any time and have dinner. You guys we have to give him food, I guess.
Yeah. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Great,
well, Maddox, you come in, you get the final 2 outs of the game here, earning the win. Take us through kind of getting ready in the bullpen. What were you guys talking about? And then, of course, once you got on the mound, what was your mindset from there?
Yeah, so I knew I was coming in if Sulpizio got in a sticky situation. So I was just out there, me and Paul getting the pen working, and just got in there, and I knew I had to do my job to get those 2 outs. And I knew as soon as I got those 2 outs that we were going to come back in and score and do what we did against VCU, which is cool.
What'd you call it, CB, earlier? Quiet confidence with this team now? It sounds like it.
Yeah. That's how it feels like.
I felt really confident going into the bottom of the 9th there with those guys in the situation we had, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's when they were coming in from the field. I was like, all right, we get it right here. We're walking it off. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling too.
So Maddox, have you been getting meaner? Because I mean, I know you're like a nice. You are Maddox. No, I'm not even like joking. Maddox is one of the nicest human beings I think I've ever met. Like his face right now, he's smiling. It's like always smiling. I think Finney even said that at one point. It's like, I think Maddox needs to get a little meaner. Are you feel like you're getting meaner on the mound?
And I feel like on the mound I'm a little different. I'm a different guy.
Yeah,
gotta change into someone, But person, I like to be who I am.
Yeah,
change a little bit on the mound.
You get the Ricky Vaughn when you come in from the bullpen now.
Oh yeah.
What is your music when you come out? I can't remember off the top of my head.
It's a rapper. It's Lil Uzi Vert. It's called 20 Minutes. Finney isn't too big a fan of it, I reckon, but
it's for you, so it's all right. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
All I know about that guy is it seems like the most. I mean, obviously it's a made up name, but it's like the most made up name of all made up names. It's like Lil Uzi Vert. Like you just had like the word board and just threw darts at it.
Yeah.
But the youth seem to like it, so we're not gonna. I don't know. I don't even know a song to comment on it other than
gets a little rhythm going.
Sure. There you go.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's worked for you. 2 outings in a row here, getting a walk-off win behind you too.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, can't change it now, even if you stop liking it. So sorry. Yeah.
Well, So speaking of that, you've had a pretty great season for having missed last year with the injury, recovering. This year you had a few weeks ago a couple of hiccups, like you had, I think it was Georgia Southern, East Carolina. That's about it, and then you've been right back to. So what do you think was going on that kind of caused that, and then how have you gotten back to where you were when you started the year?
Well, those 2 obviously they weren't my best performances, and me and Barron met after those performances and just talked about what I needed to lock in and fix and almost be like more focused and attacking the hitters. I felt like I was kind of a little back and not being who I am as a pitcher, and like we kind of just looked back at what I used to be as a pitcher and was just like, I need to get back there and attack the hitters. And, I just feel like I was lacking a little bit of confidence that I usually have. So it was like the last couple outings I've just been, man, just letting loose and being free and being who I am and who I know I am as a pitcher, and just attacking the guys and going out there full force and just knowing my stuff's good and then I'm better. So
I mean, sometimes that's the thing, is like failure is not bad if you learn and
yeah,
grow from it.
indeed, I feel like I grew from those outings for sure. I feel like it wasn't like I needed those outings, but like
Yeah.
I've definitely grown as a pitcher from those outings, and it took
Good.
took a lot of lessons and a good talk with Marin, and it helped down the road, I guess.
There you go. That's what we want.
Well, we asked Brody this question a little while ago, so I'll ask you too. With the weird schedule this weekend, 2 Friday, 1 Sunday, what'd you do on your random off Saturday during the season?
So I mean, we still had to go to the field and get our work in.
Oh yeah.
So the field got my work in, and my dad was here this weekend, so I went and hung out with him, and just went and ate. Other than that, just hung out. It was a pretty gloomy day, so not a whole lot going on. But went to the field and then went and got some food with my dad.
There you go. Not too
Yeah.
bad.
Pretty nice.
Pretty solid off day. I mean, that's not bad at all.
So I'm honestly not sure if I ever knew exactly. So you had an injury that caused you to miss last season. What was that injury?
So the senior year of my high school, I didn't get to play at all, and I got the internal brace surgery. It's not this. It's basically Tommy John, but not the same. I got the internal brace, and completely missed my senior year of high school, and then got that surgery in the May of 2024. So next year too.
Yeah, so it took about a year of recovery. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you're kind of back to how you were? I mean, hopefully, obviously more, physically mature and have learned some things, but do you feel like physically you're kind of back to being yourself?
Physically, I feel better than ever lately. Like my body's better, my arm, my strength, I feel a lot like better than I did coming back. So that's a plus.
Had to be rough to go 2 years not playing when that's like your thing, right?
Oh man, it was difficult for sure. I mean, taking 2 years off of baseball, it really changed perspective and changed my identity for sure.
Well, and last year had to be strange too, because like you guys who were redshirting, you really weren't like dressing with the team. You really weren't like like you guys didn't go on the road. You even were here at Harbor Park, and I mean y'all were in the stands a lot of times.
Yeah,
that had to have been strange too.
It was odd. It was different for sure for me and some of those guys. It was.
Yeah. So it's nice to got to be great to feel like, okay, now I am part of the team and contributing, right?
Oh yeah, it's a blast, especially traveling with the guys and being a part of a team like this. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, if they're all like this week, I mean, you're set, right?
Oh yeah, that's a good weekend right there.
Yeah, definitely. Well, tell us a little bit about what your pitch is, what you're throwing, and like what's your pitch you throw, and I gotta have a strike right here.
So lately, I've been more of like a fastball slider, using the 4-seam fastball and then going with that gyro slider. And then I also have a curveball and a changeup. So yeah, throwing that hard gyro slider.
What makes it a gyro slider? Because I do not even begin to know.
It's not. It doesn't have the sweep. It's more of like the bullet stuff.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's the same one as like Kellen and Darren.
Yeah.
Okay. Slider. Yeah.
Interesting.
This
is where pitchers have too much time on their hands. They just come up with new names for things. And
that was actually a pitch we built over the off season. It's pretty cool.
It's great, man.
Yeah.
So so you're from Hickory, North Carolina. Not too far away. Not quite. We had Brody on a minute ago from the other side of the country. But still, how did you end up at Old Dominion?
Oh, so I mean, I was getting recruited my freshman year of high school. I committed here actually sophomore year before my high school season, so I committed here really early.
That's early.
I remember coming here, visiting a few times, and then going to a camp. And I was talking.
I do remember seeing you at the camp. Yeah,
I was talking to several colleges, and I remember like at that time you can't really come on visits, so I came to the camps and met with the staff, and I felt like me and Marin clicked the first call we had together, and it was pretty cool connection that we had. And so I thought this was the spot to be at, and I felt like this would help my development in a different way than the other schools, and just that connection with Marin. And then initially Logan Robbins recruited me as well. So, but Yeah, so I committed here a long wow.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, that was an early commit.
Like we keep hearing Feynman lately, and then you don't hear a lot of
Yeah, I was actually
Logan, so
Logan came to a lot of my games early on as a freshman, and then like once we started to keep going to our games, he got in connection with Marin, and then me and Marin just clicked.
That's great, man.
Yeah. Well, obviously a long journey back for you to get to this season to where you're throwing so much, but what was the toughest part of that, like recovery and rehab to get back to where you are now?
Toughest part, man, it was just being away from baseball and having to figure out who I am without it was definitely a struggle for me. But I felt like it's made me who I am and made me a better baseball player. So, I mean, but it was definitely tough being away from it and watching these guys go out and play and me not able to compete, especially my senior year, just missing all of that was, it hurt a little bit, but it was good for the long road and it just made me who I am today as a pitcher and player. So
I have to imagine, especially in high school, because I have to believe you were probably the best pitcher on the team also. So not having that, the team probably didn't have quite as much success as maybe you could have if you were available. So that's the kind of thing.
Yeah. It was definitely difficult, especially for the guys around me.
Right. But I love that the reality of like being forced to come to that realization that you are a person without baseball. And I think personally a fantastic person. I think you're one of the best guys. And so having that, being able to know that in yourself that like, hey, I want this to work because I love this thing, but also whenever it's done, whether it's 20 years from now, if it's 2 years from now, 3 years or whatever it is, you'll still be a great person. That's a big deal. Sometimes guys don't realize that.
Yeah, it really once I got injured, it really shifted my perspective of everything. It's changed my perspective of life and who I am and what I do and why I'm here.
It's good, man.
Yeah. Well, how excited are you to be playing in the new stadium next year and finally be done with all this construction?
Oh man, I'm excited. It's crazy to see all the work they got going on back there and the progress they're making. So I'm excited for that new locker room and everything.
I'm sure.
Yeah. It's been cool, but it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Yeah. But I feel like it kind of makes us the team we are right now with how the conditions we're in. I feel like it gives us a little of that grit, And
it's the lunch pail thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah. A year of being road warriors, then you come home and it's like this modified home with all kinds of power tools going on behind you during the midweeks and things like that. So you will be like, you're going to be too comfy in the new ballpark. I feel like you got to rip up some of the couches or something in the locker room.
Something,
put some pine tar on. It'll be good to go.
Yeah. It'll be great. Well, Maddox, we appreciate you, man. It's been very exciting to see you have the success you've had. Again, because you're an awesome guy, and knowing that what you had to fight through to get to it makes it even more great to see.
Yeah, thank you, Stevie.
Yeah, thanks so much, Maddox. We appreciate it. Good luck next week, and I hope to see you again here soon.
All right, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
right, thanks,
Maddox. Appreciate you, man.
See you guys. See you
later. Literally the nicest kid. He really, you saw he's smiling the entire time. Like he's never not smiling. It's so like, what a good guy. Yeah. You love to see the guys who have had those injuries and had to, fight their way back. And then hearing about you had to miss your whole senior year and then your whole freshman year and didn't even really get to be like, this year, some of the guys that aren't playing or hurt, they're in the dugout and all still. It's like, man, that's rough. And for him to come through it is awesome. It says a lot about who he is as a person.
Yeah, definitely. It was really funny. He asked, "Did you get meaner?" And just his face lit up with a big smile. And I was like, "Well, I think that answers your question, right?"
It's like, who said I mean?
Yes, who said
smile? Yeah.
Nobody,
awesome. Maddox. Nobody ever would.
Yeah. Well, we definitely appreciate Brody and Maddox hopping on with us during finals week, literally a couple hours after the game is over. So greatly appreciate
I'm literally asking them as we're like leaving the field, like, hey, are you available? Like typically we have a little more. This was just kind of, just things that, obviously schedules happen. This is how it had to go. And frankly, I think it's fantastic. A couple of great guests and we're doing great.
I think it's worked out perfectly, and it is completely my fault because I have a 6:30 flight to Chicago for work in the morning and will not be available. But
it was Chicago. Somebody asked earlier, and I was like, I'm not in my head. I was like Chicago, but I was not confident enough to say that.
Yeah, it's I'm disappointed for two reasons. One, PJ Higgins got sent down to AAA by the Reds, and I'm going to a Cubs Reds game while I'm up there. And the other side, I think the highest temperature I'm going to see is like 55 or 56 with winds. So basically,
like 80, be nice again.
Yeah, naturally, that's how it works out. But flip over to players of the week.
I was gonna say, speaking of nice again, some guys did great. So we actually, look at us doing whatever because we make the rules. So we'll do
That's right.
So we'll start with pitcher. It was the pitcher of the week. I think was pretty obvious. Darren Kuski, 6 shutout innings, 11 strikeouts, so season high. He was dominant. He was phenomenal. Maddox Jack was right there in the conversation. Had 2 appearances, 2 wins, 1 2/3 scoreless. 1 strikeout, only gave up a hit and a walk. Ben Tanton, as you pointed out, had a great appearance there in relief of Kuski. Got the save, 3 scoreless innings, no hits, a walk, 4 strikeouts. And Sulpizio had a great week. He had 2 games, 5 innings pitched, no runs, 4 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts. So coming off of, having a rough time down there at Georgia State, got right back on the horse and looked great. So, again, the pitching is moving in the right direction for a lot of guys. Any comments you want to say on the pitching? I'm sorry.
Just Darren was scary good on Friday.
Yeah.
Just blowing dudes away at the plate. They had no idea where it was coming. I think he's been unlucky as a pitcher too, with some of his nasty pitches getting hit in several starts. It was good to see that come together. I'm really happy for Nick Sulpizio to be able to bounce back from last week and just shove this week for us.
It says a lot about your mentality, right? That you're not packing it in. You're not whining and moping and saying, "Oh man, I'm terrible." You're just like, "Hey, you know what? That happened. Get back at it. They still need me." That's the reality. Every guy, if you have bad outing, it's like, "Hey man, sorry that happened, but we got another one coming up, and we need you. We need the whole staff."
Yep.
So everybody who's been throwing needs to keep throwing. So as far as players of the week, so I guess the actual player of the week for the hitters would have been Will Johnson. Will had a great week. I actually made this graphic with Kuski and Will before the game even today because I knew we had to have a quick turnaround. I just assumed he was going to have another. He had 2 more hits today, so he was on it. So Will was 7 for 13, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs, a couple of walks, hit by pitch, a couple of runs. So just a great week. You hit over 500. You're doing something correctly, right?
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. And played pretty great defense on top of that. So Will is really. We've had some other guys that have kind of been struggling and kind of moving in the wrong direction. Will has been getting better as the year goes on, which is cool to see. And maybe that's being from Texas. It's getting warmer. It's the kind of thing that happened stalling the last couple of years.
Mav.
Yeah. Speaking of Mav, he was on here list. He was 5 out of 12 this week. Had a double, 2 runs, had a steal. So he had a nice week. Efrain Morales, yet again, 7 for 16, a double, 2 RBIs, a walk, and hit by pitch. So again, he's just continuing to be phenomenal. And then the guy who kind of literally shoved his way in the middle of these 2 guys, we had to put him on the board here. Scotty Young. Scotty, he was for the week 4 for 12, 4 RBIs, a walk, hit by pitch, a couple of runs scored. But 2 of those 4 hits were walk-off winners. You can't do much better than that. I think 3 of those 4 RBIs were walk-off RBIs.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. So, it's amazing. We hadn't had a walk-off all last year and all the way up until a week or so ago. Now 4 of the last 9 have been walk-offs. That's one of our coaches. I don't want to call him out. One of our coaches, we were talking about the next homestand. We're going to have JMU. And he was like, I hope we walk them off 3 times. I was like, I personally wouldn't mind just like 10-0, wins and just 7-inning run rule them, but 3 walk out. He gets the assignment. He understands we want to beat them. A couple other guys point out, make it hurt. Jack Slater, again, not a ton of chances, but 2 for 3, a double, RBI, a sacrifice, and Brody Connors 2 for 4 with a run scored. So a couple of guys, very limited time, but Slater had big moments in both of the walk-offs. So.
Yeah, he had the big sack bunt today to put the runner in scoring position to eventually win it. And that was a weird inning too, because Arkansas State went to the bullpen twice during the inning. So it was really kind of a funky situation, but Slater coming in kind of cold off the bench and does his job and then sets it up for the game winner.
If they hadn't have brought the righty in to face Dye, they wouldn't have pinched. They would have been facing Dye. I'll be honest, right now, Slater has just been showing up better late in games. So you kind of worked right into it. It's almost like we baited him into that.
It did seem that way. That there was some gamesmanship going on that I don't think a lot of people caught on to there. But it worked out. And Scotty coming up clutch. I think we just make the rule in the podcast: if you hit 2 walk-offs in 1 week, you get on the Players of the Week slide.
I mean, that was. I mean, well, it's like I think was it last week when Nick had hit the 2 home runs. My mom was I was there watching the game at their house, and she's like, he's got to be Player of the Week, and I'm like, Mom, I have to see the stats. And like, realistically, fortunately, he did have enough hits the rest of the week. But yeah, with Scotty, it was like, yeah, he. I wanted to make sure Will gets his acknowledgement because Will is phenomenal. Will is the hitter of the week. I didn't have enough to. If this was happening tomorrow, we'd have had some kind of special like walk-off player of the week for Scotty or something. We just had to kind of shove him in there because this happened kind of fast.
Yeah, we've done Bunter of the Week before, so he
definitely was going to have his own. Yeah, and again, we make up the rules. We do whatever we want. This is I'll have 17 guys on the player of the week if I want. I don't whatever. I'll put the whole ppicture of the damn team up there. You can't stop me. Yeah,
you have no power here.
So big week, 3-1. But again, what matters more is won the series. Gonna play Richmond on Tuesday. They looks like they won their series. Yeah, they won 2 out of 3 against Davidson this week. They have not been much competition when they faced us. I guess we walked them off. So they were competition that way.
Yeah, we've had two late inning comebacks against them as well.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so it does. Maybe I'm feeling that way because I don't ever think of Richmond as being much competition, but you're right. We actually have had to like beat them up a little bit.
Yeah, and they took 2 out of 3 from VCU the weekend before, so they're playing pretty good baseball right now.
Yeah, playing good baseball.
In the A10.
Yeah, and then they won 2 out of 3 against Dayton. They're on a roll actually. But we're gonna stop their roll because Hunter Baines is about to start that game and gonna make the first guy tinkle himself when he sees that 98. I kind of want to tell him like just throw it at his head, but I want him to make sure he knows he's throwing strikes. So
yeah,
just kind of do like a nuke lelouch and like have whoever's behind the plate, like I don't always know where it's going. Give one of those.
Yeah, so I think Mac or Slate can do that for sure. E-Hole can too.
For sure.
But yeah, I guarantee they have not seen that kind of velo in the A10 this year. Maybe some non-con, but definitely not in the A10. In the Sun Belt now, everything is final. Southern Miss did beat Louisiana Monroe, so Louisiana Monroe falls a game behind us.
Yeah, which is good. You want those teams to be, you want them to be a win or 2 behind you, and that way it's just more space for you. So we're clearly we're coolly in a tie for 7th place.
Yep.
With 2 other teams,
Arkansas State and Marshall. We are 1 game behind Louisiana, who's 12-12 and sitting in the 6th seed, and we're 2 back of Troy. I guess technically, really 3 back from Troy with the tiebreaker.
Well, and then you got 4 teams behind us at 10 and 14.
Yeah,
it's a lot. I mean, the only team that's really out of it is Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern, I don't think has any avenue to come back. I mean, even if they won the last 6 games of the season, they'd be 12 and 18. That doesn't seem like a record that's going to get you in the tournament.
No, I mean they're not mathematically eliminated, but they might as well be at this point.
They might as well be, yeah. But everybody else, it's still open. You got to go out and you got to compete. I mean, let's be honest. Like we would be a lot better off if we went down there and beat Coastal, and that would be something. Yeah. And as weirdly inconsistent as this team is, that's a possibility. We know they're good. We know when they play right, they can play well and beat anybody. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, we're definitely going to lose the series and we got to just hopefully win one. It's like, no, we can win the series. Why not?
Yeah. I mean, Coastal almost lost the series to Georgia Southern this week. I mean, they needed 3 runs in the 8th inning to come back and beat them in the first game. They handled business in their second game of the series. It was they 10-run ruled them, but then they lost 7-4 in the finale against Fluky, who was their starter, obviously coming back from injury. He's not what he was, but they've lost they've lost 3 Sunday games in a row here with Georgia Southern. They lost to Texas State, and they lost to Georgia State and Arkansas State. It's actually 4 straight Sunday losses. So,
which they hadn't. Well, they even lost a game in conference before. I guess they got 5, so maybe they had. But
they lost 1 Saturday game to South Alabama. But that was it. And that was a weird game. They lost 15-2. I believe that may have been the game one of their starters got hurt again. But definitely they're clearly top of the conference right now. They're 19-5. They got a 3-game lead over Southern Miss, who's 15-8 or 15-9 now. Or no, they're 16.
Well, how much would Southern Miss love us if we went and swept them? They would be our best buddies.
Oh yeah, that'd be fine. That'd be a good byproduct of going out there and doing that thing. But really, like if you're looking around the rest of the scoreboard and you want to go root for some other teams, just root for the teams in the top 4: Coastal, Southern Miss, Appy, and South Alabama. And anyone that's tied with us or below us, I don't know what the matchups all are, but you need them to lose or do something. You need to get clear the roadblock a little bit.
And again, all that's great, but if you don't go out and win your games, it doesn't matter.
Correct.
You know,
That's
you got 6
priority.
games left. You got 7 total games. Go out. You know, we've been, like I said, we've been doing these walk-offs. We've been doing some winning. Been going better here in the second part of the season. I mean, what are we now? We're still. I mean, it's 24-23. You know, we're kind of, that record, I think, is indicative of who we are. We're very, who knows? I think it's a coin flip, right? And so we don't want that. We want to have a good last 7 games and show we're not a coin flip, we're a winning team. You can get yourself to 30 wins if you have a good couple weeks here.
Yeah, you could. You talk about a coin flip. I mean, Friday's a perfect example of that. 8-0 win in the first game. They can't do anything to us. We lose the second one 6-0, and we can't do anything right in that game. Yeah. So it's funky, but I feel like we have to get one at Coastal. Like we have to get one, have to avoid being swept, because then that's going to put us at 12 wins and give us a chance to get to 15-15 with JMU. Be real great if we got 2 though and won that series. It might screw over the rest of the conference come selection time, but I'm not too concerned about that right now.
You know what? We're not getting that large bit this year anyway.
No.
So that's the more winning we do, the more chances we have of winning when it matters down the tournament. So yeah, win that series, then you're feeling really great going to JMU and feeling really great going down the tournament, and that's what you want, because that is your only path to playing more baseball after that. We're trying to get more baseball and then more baseball.
Yes. Yeah, we need to just keep it rolling, because it's gonna be, if we can somehow sneak into that 60 like we did last year, I mean, that's a game changer, especially with Hunter Baines coming back into the fold. We're getting some other guys healthy. Patrick Johnson being back again too. That's been helpful to have him. And just, guys coming into form, like Gaddy's looking good, Koski's looking good. Like the pieces are there, but again, they've got to just go do the thing.
And you're seeing the bench is stronger. I don't know that you're necessarily seeing like every number looks great, but what you see is like, okay, so when there's a lefty starting, you can have Grayson Spar playing right field, and then Scotty can come in later in the game when they bring a righty in. You're seeing, Slater and Holman, depending on the day, either one of them can start and catch. And especially late, against a righty pitcher, you're seeing Slater come in and pinch hit, because he can catch. He's played first base. He's played outfield. So you can pinch hit him in several spots and kind of put him in some places. You see Brody Connors is showing some ability. And so he's able to come in and play second or third. And then, Cole McKenna, it's been a while since he's been in the field, but remember, he's played second, he's played short, he's played third, he's played left field. He's, pinch running, got some ability. So you're seeing a little bit more versatility out of the bench, and you're kind of seeing how guys, I think at this point, guys are understanding how they fit in, and you see them kind of as they're in the game, being aware of like, okay, this is probably what's going to happen. You see them, as they're moving around, getting ready and understanding like, okay, these things are going to happen. And I think it's good from a coaching perspective of knowing, like, it's the first time at the beginning of the year, you're kind of like, I guess I'll put so-and-so in this spot because who knows? And now it's like, okay, if this comes up, Grace is going to play. If this comes up, Brody's going to be there. If this comes up, Jack's going to pinch it. Like, this is having that sure thing. Kind of the same thing that's happening with the pitching, like on a Friday, it's probably going to be 10 at some point, as you get later, it's going to be, Sulpizio, it's going to be Kellen, going to be Bailey, it's going to be whoever. Yeah. So seeing that, again, it takes a long time for a team to show itself, and it feels like they are.
Yeah, we were just a little bit slower on that curve, I think, this year. Yeah. And you think back, you pick this up 1 week earlier, 2 weeks earlier, you're having a completely different conversation about where we are in the standings. I won't harp on last Sunday's loss to Georgia State too much, but like one game right now would have us tied with Louisiana for 6.
Yeah.
So but there's probably a game or two we won that we probably should have lost. Yeah. So it all comes out in the wash eventually there. But
there's other games we should have won that we lost that are for other parts of the. You can point to a bunch of other ones. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's tons, but I would rather be starting to look our best now than maybe like an Arkansas State that came out of the gate super hot.
Yeah.
And they're still playing good ball, but they're not playing what they were earlier in the season. I think Texas State is probably in a similar boat. I know they lost at least 2 out of 3 to South Alabama this week. But like starting to peak now would not be the worst thing, but the real test, like, can you go on the road and beat the best team in the conference? Like that's your biggest test of the year, I think.
I mean, to your point, how many times in the major leagues, you play this 162 game season, and then it's whoever's hot in September, October is who wins. I mean, they're just all of a sudden I think the Marlins did that. Like their 2 times they won the World Series. It's like they were not the best. They were wild card teams, but they're hot. I mean, now the Dodgers have upended that the last couple of years by just being so much better than everyone and more talented.
$1 billion more talent than everybody else.
Yeah, you break the curve when like every other guy in your lineup is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but I look at like the Nationals when they won it in 2019. I mean, they were well below 500 going into the middle of the season, and they came back and beat the best Astros team that's ever been assembled in 7.
And you know why? Because they made the best acquisition anybody could have made was they picked up Old Dominion alum Daniel Hudson. They made him their closer, and he was on the mound when they won. So the only time somebody actually shared that with me the other day, a picture of that. That was like the only reason I was ever rooting for him was because for Huddy. And speaking of, just since we're talking about big league stuff for a minute, tonight, I think it's tonight, is Trey Gibson, who's local here from Gloucester up in Newport News. He is making his major league debut tonight for the Orioles. So that's a guy. Wow. I saw him pitch several times. Saw a couple of games. He pitched against Gio Rivera, who played at Old Dominion for a little bit. And yeah, Trey he's one of those guys we really wanted, that's for sure. But he was, he decided to go to Liberty. And I would say if you pick a Liberty, you kind of got other stuff on your mind that you want to go for. But good kid, good pitcher. I mean, it's cool to see a guy that you saw in high school is now a big leaguer. That's pretty neat to me.
Yeah, Gloucester, Middle Peninsula, up my way there a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of wild to get a good baseball prospect out of there. It's not a big area.
Yeah, when you're 6'6" and throw some cheese, you're a good prospect.
They'll find you. They will find you if you can do that.
Find you. Yes.
Well, I'm hoping we see Hunter Baines back to form on Tuesday. I hope everything is going well with that, and that is still the plan. Obviously, I guess I don't know 100% because Fenny's not here, but
when I talked to Hunter on Friday, they told me that was the plan. But again, who knows what happens between Friday and Tuesday, but sounds like everything's good. Sounds like he feels good, and he seems excited.
Yeah, I'll be watching that from a phone somewhere while I'm supposed to probably be paying attention to something work related on this trip. But I'm not going to miss Hunter Baines coming out the throw.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us today. We appreciate you all tuning in, checking us out. Remember, if you're not already, follow us on all of our social medias. It's just at Hudson Homers across the board. We appreciate you tuning in. Great to get a 3-1 week and a series win. Yes. Hope we keep that momentum rolling next week. Send us off, CB.
Go Monarchs.